This video contains massive spoilers for Hollow Knight Silksong. Hear me out on this one. The entire lore of Hollow Knight Silksong is based on the real-life politics we are facing. Upon reaching Act 2 in Silksong, you'll get to an area underneath the citadel called the Underworks. Unlike most areas, this area is dirty and filled with enemies that look like workers. Because surprise surprise, they are. Their task is to keep the citadel functioning and clean. But despite all their efforts, Endless is slaving away to clean and maintain the place while endangering themselves as they work near deadly hazards, with hopes of one day being able to join the society in Citadel. None of their effort goes directly shown, and pretty much nobody in the Citadel knows about them. They are clearly being exploited as well, as they drop little to no rosary, the main currency in the Hollow Knight universe, which means they are paid little to nothing by the higher-ups, and live in an area filled with amenities that are designed to exploit its workers. Example being benches that must be paid for each use, and propaganda that plays pre-recorded messages that indirectly brainwashes the people to do more work. There is even an NPC called Loam working endlessly running on a treadmill to fool the Citadel, in the hope that the bugs of the Citadel will allow him to leave the Underworks as a reward for his hard work, which we know will never happen. There is a treadmill we can use, and it takes us 40 entire seconds to generate just a single rosary. And despite all this, the NPC Loam is still convinced that his action will result in him being freed. In Act 3, Loam can be found crushed under debris, his needle in dialogue revealing he is relieved to be free. Extremely sad and ironic that the only moment he is free is when he is dead. With this in mind, we all can agree that the Underworks and its workers clearly represent the average person living in third world countries such as the Philippines or Indonesia. You can clearly see the similarities of the workers to underpaid Asian sweatshop workers, working tirelessly and endlessly pursuing their dream and passion, only to fail to realize that no matter how much they work, the environment they live in has always been designed to trap them to work for the higher-ups living in the first world countries, aka the Citadel. The environment is best represented using the temporary benches in the Underworks. We all get only temporary reliefs by watching stuff like shorts, reels or TikTok, but it is only temporary, while things that provide permanent or long-term relief is difficult to get, such as the price of houses getting more expensive each year, while the minimum wage of workers barely increasing. All the hard work and struggles for the people in the Citadel, aka first world countries, to live in comfort and luxury. Most people in the first world countries do still have to work, just like the enemies in the Citadel, but we cannot deny that they live better, look better, and are in better shape. Us defeating the Grandmother Silk is just like us quote-unquote defeating the president, because there is no such thing such as defeating capitalism. Either we defeat the president by becoming the next president, like the Weaver Queen ending, or we take down the capitalism system completely, but potentially disabling and ruining the whole economy in the process, and unintentionally create a new ideology in itself, aka the Snared Silk and Twisted Child ending. Bravo, Team Cherry! They're able to simulate real life and encapsulate the essence of capitalism and social inequality into their game. This is why it took them 7 years to create Silksong. Subscribe for more theories.